All right, welcome back, guys, to another ABL video with Finn.
Hey guys.
This one's an NFL one. We got a lot of NFL stuff to talk about today. We're going to be going over the conference championship games, partly talking about the games this past weekend. And there's also been another new firing of a head coach since the last time we recorded a reaction video. So it's going to be a good video, action-packed video, and we're going to give some of our opinions on who should maybe get this job still open. So we're going to start off with what people would say is the less exciting game of the conference championships, Patriots at Broncos. The Patriots,
Yeah.
as of right now, are a 5.5 point favorite. The Broncos, without their starting quarterback, Bo Nix. I don't think Jared Stidham has started a game since 2021. So,
It's been a minute.
yeah. But with that being said, the Broncos are the best roster in the NFL. So,
Yeah.
I mean, I think it's
Who
going to be a
knows?
game.
Yeah, I think it depends. I guess my take on it is how much faith you have in Jared Stidham. But um, like you said, the Broncos still have one of the best rosters in the NFL. This is a team that defensively can shut down the Patriots for sure. I mean, the Texans defense couldn't, do it too well, but that's because I think of the all the turnovers on offense. It was just hard I mean, when your back's up against the wall that many times, there's only so much you can do to help and win the game. But the Broncos are probably a better defense anyway, and they could definitely take away more of the offensive game from the Patriots as long as the Broncos offense does well too. Because it's going to be, if the Broncos offense does the same thing the Texans offense did and they turn the ball over and the defense is, on their backs so many times, then again, there won't be much they can do. But Austin, what do you think about Jared Stidham? Do you think he can kind of like play better than CJ Stroud, I guess? I know that just sounds crazy saying out loud,
Yeah.
but
I mean, if he throws three interceptions, he plays better than CJ Stroud.
yeah, exactly.
But I mean, if Jared Stidham doesn't turn the ball over, if you tell me Jared Stidham's stat line, let's just say he has about 180 yards and like a touchdown and no turnovers, I
Yeah.
would give the Broncos a pretty good chance because the Patriots defense,
Yeah.
they're very opportunistic, like to force turnovers. And the Broncos have the home field advantage, which we've seen in the playoffs. Mile High is a very tough place to play. It's
Yeah.
just I will say, I mean, Talanoa Hufanga, the safety for the Broncos, has been my favorite player to watch in the NFL this year. I mean,
Yeah.
just a great get from the 49ers. I mean, I think the 49ers miss him, even though their defense has been pretty good this year with Robert Saleh at the helm, who, again, he got a job since the last time we recorded. So
Yeah.
I think this could be a low scoring game. With that being, with that being said, I think the winner of this game loses the Super Bowl no matter who they play.
I agree with you.
But I'm I'll take the Patriots and I'll take them to cover. I think the Patriots win like 23-17, 20-13, something along those lines.
Yeah, I'm gonna say something really similar. I mean, I went 1 for 3 on my picks last week, so maybe I shouldn't, sorry if this is a bad omen, Austin, but I'll be taking the same pick as you. I'm gonna take the Patriots. But again, I'm really excited for this game. Like Jared Stidham obviously isn't Bo Nix, but he's not like a terrible quarterback. And
Yeah.
there's been a lot of sloppy play from quarterbacks this playoffs, which is kind of a bit disappointing. I expected a bit better from the quarterbacks. But if he can, like you said, if he even throws for like 180, 200, maybe even if he has like one touchdown, one turnover, like that is still better than a lot of quarterbacks have played. And, match that with the Broncos defense. I mean, I think that could be the recipe to win.
Yeah.
I think there's just going to be a lot of pressure on the Broncos defense to just do well. I shouldn't say just, it's a big ask, especially against Drake May. And that offense. But again, I think the Patriots are kind of a team that can attack you in a few ways. Like they have a good run game. They have good receiving. Drake May again is just playing really well this season. But it'll be really interesting to see this game. It not to make the obvious comparison. I know people are already saying this, but it kind of reminds me of the Nick Foles situation from a few years back. Like someone who can step up. Maybe he will. Maybe he won't.
Both stacked
And
rosters, by
yes,
the way.
both
Eagles
stack.
and
Yeah,
Broncos, yeah.
yeah, exactly. Like very similar in terms of how they match up. And I think this game it is the less exciting game of the weekend just because there's more variables, but that's also the reason that it's fun. Like we don't know what we're getting. And if the Broncos win, it's a pretty fun story. And this matchup will probably be, I think, in essence, a bit like a 2010s matchup as well. Like it'll be rough, it'll be brutal, physical. It'll just be a fun watch. But that being said, we can probably move on to the Seahawks and Rams. I don't even know where to go with this game. This game kind of just like baffles me.
So I have a couple kind of factors that I think could lead to a certain side winning. So the Seahawks, they beat the 49ers 41-6. Their starters basically played one half last week. I mean, let's be honest. I mean, I think they went
Yeah.
out for a drive or two in the second half, but that game was over once Rashici returned the kick. And
Yeah.
if you look at the
Over within
Rams,
seconds.
they played the Panthers, tough, grueling game. They played the Bears, physical game, barely won that one. And
Yeah.
they're coming into the Seahawks game. I mean, they are limping. I mean, they haven't had a bye week in forever. The Seahawks had a bye week and then basically another one against the Niners. I mean, this is going to be their first real game they've played since week 18. And
Yeah.
which could be a disadvantage for a young team, but I don't know. It's just with all the factors, it favors Seattle, especially with the home field advantage. But I will say one thing that stood out to me. Wild card game against the Panthers, the Rams won a shootout. Last week against the Bears, they won a physical defensive battle. So they can win both ways. I think that they've shown that in the playoffs and evident by
Yeah.
the past couple games, like they can win both ways. And the Seahawks, you know they can win a low scoring game. I know they beat the Rams in a shootout last time. I know, the special teams and defense got some points for them, but the Ram the Rams can be multi-dimensional in the way they win, but it's just so tough. What say you about this game?
Yeah. And I think with oh sorry. What is going on with my
Yeah,
Wi-Fi?
you're back. Go.
Yeah, so what I think is really interesting about this game is that, like you said, it's kind of like it's this matchup between rest and kind of just like relentless physical play with the Rams. So like obviously the Seahawks kind of just played one half their starters, but the Rams have just been getting beat up game after game. Like I think both games came within maybe 3 points, one of which went to overtime. So the Rams are just getting beat up. They've just been playing these physical games and maybe that, that has to have some wear and tear on your play and on your body for those players. But for the Seahawks, does that mean I mean, they've basically played one half of football in the last like 2 or 3 weeks. So does that mean that they'll be rusty against the Rams? That I don't know. What do you think about that? Because I'm a bit split on it.
Well, like I kind of said earlier, I think the advantage goes to the Seahawks in the simple fact that the Rams are an older team in terms of their star power. Matt
Yeah.
Stafford, Devontae Adams, Kyron Williams. I know he's still in his 20s, but he's been around for a while. And I just I just think with all the conditions, it favors the Seahawks. In Seattle, I think it's going to be 40 degrees and cold. I don't think it's going to be raining, which it favors the Rams not raining. If it's raining, then I think the Rams have no chance. But I mean, in Seattle, I mean, you saw how electric that game was last week. I mean, this is going to
Yeah.
be the loudest the Seahawks stadium has been probably since that Packers game in 2014. I mean, it's gonna.
Yeah.
I'll let you make a pick on this game. I'm gonna save my pick for when we record with Marlon from Rams Talk. But
Yeah.
I I have my pick. I actually feel pretty confident about it. I think it's evident by I don't want to say it in this video, but with all the conditions I said, I think it sounds kind of evident
Yeah.
who I'm picking, but I'm gonna kind of let you make your pick.
Yeah, well, I think we'll probably have some pretty similar picks this week. I don't want to spoil it for your next video, but I don't know. I think your insights are good, and I think the Seahawks will probably win this game because, like you said, it's going to be. I mean, it's another divisional rival, and the stadium's just going to be electric. It's so hard to play in that stadium for these players. Like you can kind of just tell. Not only is it loud, but kind of just mentally taxing. Like there's so many factors going into it and just a lot of noise really. But yeah, I think the Rams have they've had an amazing season. They have a great quarterback. They have an amazing offense, good defense. But the Seahawks are just kind of like, they're just rolling through everyone. Like they kind of remind me of the Thunder a little bit right now in the NBA because there's really just no one who can step up to them. And yeah, the Seahawks, I mean, it isn't always the best thing to like there is such thing as too much rest, and it isn't always the best thing to, always be resting. But that being said, I mean, you're playing healthy. Like you'll come into this game healthy. And I'm a bit like I guess the one thing I'd be concerned about with them is that I'm a bit concerned that that Zach Charbonnet is out. But at the
Kenneth
same
Walker,
time,
I mean, he did just fine last week. I think 19 carries,
yeah.
116 yards, three touchdowns. Um, but
Well,
no, I mean, I mean, the winner of this game wins the Super Bowl. And
Yeah,
I
I
know
agree.
people just can't get over the fact that Sam Darnold could win a big game. But I mean, let's be honest. Sam Darnold, I'm kind of tired of this talk. Last season with the Vikings, Sam Darnold goes 14-3. Oh, the roster's good. This season, he has the
Yeah,
same record with the Seahawks, so like the roster's good. Look what this last year the Seahawks were, I believe, 10-7. This year the Vikings are 9-8. Sam Darnold,
yeah,
whether you like him or hate him, has had some type of impact on the teams he's been on because the teams are just much better. And
yeah.
I think, I mean, I could see him hoisting a Lombardi. I really can. I mean, let's be honest. He's a top 12 to 15 quarterback in the league. He's not a top 5 to 10, but he's in that 12 to 15 range.
Well, after this season, if he lifts a Lombardi, he probably is top 10. I mean, he has to be in that conversation. I think given what he's done for the Vikings last year and then also what he would do for the Seahawks this year. Like, I think the ultimate one of the ultimate indicators of how good of a player you are is if you go to multiple teams and then you still play really well or you play better. Like, again, the Seahawks have a really good roster, but Sam Darnold is part of that roster. Like, he's part of the
Yeah.
reason why they're good. And also, if he doesn't, I am seeing that narrative a bit as well of can he win a big game? Can he do this? Can he do that? If he doesn't win the game for the Seahawks, literally anyone else will. Like Cooper Kupp will win it for them. We
Who
saw it
played
last
really
week.
good last week.
Yeah, and Sam Darnold barely threw any. I don't know if he threw a single pass over like 20 yards, like
Yeah, no,
maybe
in
one or
terms of air
two.
yards, I don't think he threw a major pass, which is fine because like they don't
Yeah,
really know how healthy his oblique is because they didn't really give him a chance to test it out. So
and hey, Jalen Hurts wasn't throwing long passes last year. I mean, in the Super Bowl he was, but mostly it was like, let's get the run game going and let's set up some quick passes. And that won them a Super Bowl in one of the most triumphant playoff runs ever. So if Sam Darnold just does a similar thing, and we're just talking about offense right now, let's talk about the defense. It's arguably the best defense in the NFL. Like it's Legion
oh
of
yeah.
Boom Part Two. So if the offense doesn't win this game, the defense will. And I think there's just too many things going the Seahawks' way for the Rams to pull this one off.
Yeah, when we're taking special teams as well. I mean, it's just, I mean, look at the Seahawks special teams, probably the best in the NFL, and the Rams is the worst. So
Yeah.
it's going to be, it's going to, if it comes down to that, the Seahawks win. Okay, so transitioning, as we know, Finn picked the Seahawks, into Sean McDermott gets fired by the Bills. Kind of saw this
Crazy.
move coming. I mean, 8 years, still haven't reached the Super Bowl with Josh Allen. Uh, just initial candidates off the top of your head for this job.
Off the top of my head, I mean, I think, well, I kind of just want to adjust the situation first. Um, I think I actually really like Sean McDermott as a coach. The situation really reminds me of Baltimore, where it kind of just got stale and you have to move on. Like, if something isn't working, it's that age old saying, like, the definition of insanity is trying the same thing over and over again and it's not working. So, when it comes to that, you kind of do have to try something new, I think. But Sean McDermott will find a job. I'm sure he'll, land on his feet. But I guess the initial coach that comes to mind is Mike McDaniel. I think he would be really fun with his team, and I am of the mind that offense wins championships. I mean, you see it time and time again. Like, look at the Texans last week, one of the best defenses, and still lost. But if you can get another pretty good offensive mind who has some fun play calling, like he's done with the Dolphins, then you could definitely win a ring. But yeah, it's just a bit depressing seeing the Bills kind of go through another tormenting loss. But if that happens, switch it up. It's the best thing you could do. Hire Mike McDaniel, and I think they will be better off.
Yeah, so I have a kind of wild card candidate for this shot, but I want to start with, I mean, it's ridiculous that Brandon Beane, the GM, didn't get fired. I mean, ultimately, this
Yeah,
roster, besides outside of Josh Allen, Ed Oliver, Gregory Rousseau, and Deion Dawkins, there was not any other star. I mean, James Cook too, but there was not any other star players on there. So, I mean,
yeah,
the fact that Brandon Beane got promoted as well to president of football operations, so he's going to be running this search. This is ridiculous. I mean, he should have
yeah.
been fired as well. But my candidate for this job is actually Bill Belichick. I know it
Ooh,
sounds
okay,
crazy,
interesting.
but you get
Yeah,
Bill Belichick. If he hires Brian Daboll as his offensive coordinator, who they have worked together in the past, uh, Daboll kind of got his start with the Bama and Patriots, so he's been with Nick Saban, Bill Belichick. I think Bill Belichick with a great offensive coordinator, because you think about this division, the Patriots are going nowhere with Vrabel and Drake May. They're probably the best team. They're going to be probably top two or three team in the AFC for the next 10 years. The Jets are a joke, so we'll just kind of we'll call that two free wins a year. The Dolphins hired a very good coach in Jeff Hafley and a good general manager, and they got some young pieces at the Tua situation that they still got to figure out, but they'll still be a miss for the next
yeah.
couple of years. So this is a very, I mean, in my opinion, this is the best job that has opened up in the NFL in the past 10 years.
Yeah, yeah, probably.
because of Josh
It's a
Allen.
good situation.
Josh
Yeah, it's a
Allen in
good
a weak
situation.
division outside the Patriots. I mean, you get an all-time great quarterback in his prime. It's nothing better. So you like Mike McDaniel, I like Bill Belichick and a Brian Daboll
I didn't even think
combo.
about Bill Belichick.
Yeah, I was thinking about him, then I saw something this morning about it, so I was like, okay, this could be a guy. And then just finally, we're gonna do a video about this in a couple of weeks once all the coaches get fired. I mean, hired. But initial
Or
thoughts on
fired.
John Harbaugh. I mean, they'll probably get fired super fast. But original initial thoughts on John Harbaugh to the New York Giants.
I mean, great coach paired with if sorry, he is a great coach, comma, if he's paired with good, a good organization and good managing skills. This is a bit scary, especially as an Eagles fan. I mean, well,
Yeah,
specifically
I
as an
got a
Eagles
bold
fan,
prediction for the
like,
Giants next year.
yeah,
I think they make the playoffs.
that is pretty bold. Well, let's see. I mean, they could draft well this year, and I think Harbaugh kind of brings that specialization to the team. Like he obviously is a coach, but I'm sure he plays a much bigger role in the organization than just that. So if he can kind of help with the drafting, then I have faith in this team, and especially with next year. I mean, the Cowboys are good. Let's see how good they can win the division. Let's see what the Eagles do with AJ Brown and their situation and who they hire. Commanders might be
Commanders are
formidable,
gonna be.
but probably
I
not.
don't imagine the Commanders being too good next year. I really
I don't
don't.
know. Let's see. I have faith in Jaden Daniels, but there's much more that goes into that team than quarterbacks. But yeah, I want to save most of my thoughts about this for the video we'll do later about all the coach hirings and firings. But yeah, this is I guess just to give some spark notes. Pretty could be scary.
Yeah, and a little note, I think John Harbaugh is bringing Todd Monken with him, who was the OC responsible for Lamar's second MVP season. And the defensive
Crazy.
coordinator, he wants to bring Anthony Weaver, who was the former Dolphins defensive coordinator. Okay, so thank you, Finn, for joining us. This was a good video. And like we said, we're going to be doing a couple of videos a week of us for the next couple of weeks because this is a time in sports season. This is the busiest time outside of maybe
Yeah.
October. So we got a lot of great stuff, and we're gonna next week we'll review the conference championships. The week after we'll make our Super Bowl prediction, and by then probably all the coaches will be hired. So thank you for
Yeah.
joining us, Finn.
Yeah. Thanks for having me. We definitely have our work cut out for the next few weeks.
Yeah. So it's gonna be a busy week, but some good weeks. So we'll see
Yeah.
you next time. We'll see you guys. Bye.